Game Changers Podcast.
Are we talking about just South Africans or are we talking about every South Africans? I'm so South African.
If you don't know this Africans, I feel frustration now on the Facebook post posting the president
As Africans,
said
their systems
we're in the
are
big mess.
established.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day, Mzansi. Remember, we are the people, we are the patient, and moreover, we are the game changers. Welcome to the Game Changers Podcast. I'm your host, Mohapi Mkereta, known as the Prof, and I'm not alone. I'm with Black Melo.
Sure, the prof.
Direng.
Sharp.
Yes, relax. Let's be in the scene.
Hey, man.
The Prof.
Hey, man.
Relax. How's it?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah, well, no.
Ah, no, man. I cannot share it if you're Steve.
Hey, man. Like, that was the round, I shall let.
Hey, one, I
I don't know, John Sweet down.
don't want to not.
Hey, man. No, it's no, can't.
Game changing beer.
Hey, man. Yo. Yeah, look at the prof.
Hey, man.
Yeah, look.
So it's a festive.
I'm not like that. That's not shall let the gym. Go, but you do the legal to fair. I'm not totally it's a.
Lisa Wallang. Or what type is until Lisa Wallang?
Hey, man. The prof, gentleman, I can listen to it's okay.
Gentlemen.
Hey, man.
Ladies,
Gentleman.
please attest to that. Between him and me and myself. Who is the gentleman? Please comment on the comment section. So Game Changers, please follow us on Facebook, the Game Changers Evolution, and also on all other platforms, media platforms, social media platforms such as Twitter, YouTube, as well as the Vodacom platform, My Muse, where you can get the audio podcast. And yeah, man, Black Melo, what can you say to the Game Changers?
Hello, Game Changers.
Yeah, man.
Welcome me to the front of the camera.
So what do you normally do behind the scenes?
I'm the sound guy, man,
Yeah, the sound guy.
I do the sound.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's why I belong.
that's where you belong.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working with the sound?
Oh, it's been a while. I think it's over 10 years.
Doing
I think
what?
It's even more. Yeah, I'd say we produce in that.
So you
Yeah.
have produced for many artists.
Yeah, many local artists. You wouldn't know them. Give a gas. Yeah.
Why couldn't we know them? We still know Bo Masedi, Bo Le Korabohopo,
Yeah,
and etc.
they're still far.
So like you're on the grassroots
I'm
level.
way low. I'm still on the come up. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
That's Lerenkana. That's dope.
Yeah. I don't think when I'm turns usual anymore.
Really?
Yeah. Dope. Language of grandfathers.
No,
Yeah.
like we see this language every day. Like when you go to a social media, when we post, or maybe you just follow the post under Game Changers or under my page, you will see.
Yeah. And so now what you dope.
Exactly. And unfortunately young people as well.
Yeah, you want to
The 2K is still on the styles or something. Yeah.
Oh, if you say so, but nah, I get some turns out dope.
Oh. Well, what are the people saying now?
I get it, but the young people are also dope. It's
Sebari.
a khale motho a reng dope.
Sabari, I want to understand that.
Re wa jwetsa, game changers kopa le educated the prof mo on the lingo.
Oplaga go neng etseng, I
Yeah.
go romella o lona.
And I'm old now.
No, I want to.
I'm old.
I get what you say. You're saying there are no longer people who
Now
are
I'm
saying
saying
dope.
that.
So-
So it's a khale utlwa motho a reng dope. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, educate me about the latest trend now.
I'm not in tune with the latest trend. So I guess we get so educate, unfortunately.
Let me leave it there. So I didn't want to touch on the serious matters, but hey,
Yeah.
since you really didn't want to tell me what you want to talk about, but
Yeah.
I will lead you on some of the things.
Yeah.
So recently I've learned that in the recent past you have tried as well as you have tried with some of your partners in the recent past
Yeah.
in the agricultural sector, and
Yeah.
I just want to learn from you. Okay, let me first start here before we get into farming and stuff like that.
Okay.
Thus far, up to this scratch, how would you describe the journey of entrepreneurship, or maybe being a startup, or maybe being a self-employed person?
Man, it's been a long journey, but no, it has not been a good journey
Okay.
because I'm still here, you know.
What do you mean you're still here?
Yeah, I'm still broke. So it's been fruitless, you know.
In terms of monetary wise.
monetary wise, yes.
So in terms of the knowledge,
I have few knowledges. I've gained few knowledge.
okay.
Yeah, which is the good part about this. Other than that, it's all about the money. If you don't have money, then I'm afraid what you have been doing is for nothing. Oh. So, I mean, to be honest, I started entrepreneurship like very later on, you know. Yeah. I have always been about school.
Okay.
I started going to school. After grade 12, I went to varsity. After varsity, unfortunately, I didn't finish varsity, so
Why?
I dropped out, you know, because of situations.
What do you
You
mean
know,
situation? Did,
you
did you impregnate someone's
Yeah,
daughter?
man. Why would you go there?
No, I want to
Why would you go
understand.
there?
I want to understand.
No, there are other situations other than that. Now,
Like what?
Like personal situations other than impregnating somebody. But after varsity, I went to college,
Okay.
and that I dropped out because I didn't enjoy college. You know?
You even dropped
fact,
out.
Yeah, no, that one, that
the
one I'm
college.
telling you, that one I'm telling you, I didn't enjoy. I felt like I was back in school in grade 12.
How?
It was like starting all over again because the curriculum was almost exactly the same as grade 12.
So what were
So
you studying?
It felt, I was studying mechanical engineering.
Was it nated
Yes, it was nated.
or NCV?
It was nated.
And
So I did N1, N2,
Yo.
N2. Then I got bored. I didn't go to N3.
but I think that is the reason why, because N1, N2, N3, those are grade 10, 11, 12 stuff.
Yeah.
Then when you are coming from schools that are dealing with trades, or maybe from schools like comprehensive schools,
Yeah.
where you have done engineering, graphics and design, and those trade subjects, then you somehow, somewhere, depending on how you passed, you can start either from an N3 or you go straight to N4.
But they said I didn't qualify to go straight to N3 because you have to qualify. Like,
Oh,
yeah. So if you didn't qualify, you have to start all the way from N1. So unfortunately, my marks were not good enough to start from N3. So I had to start to N1.
also, I think because you didn't do the mechanical mechanical subjects during your high school tenure, I think that is the reason why.
What are the mechanical subjects?
There's mechanics, then complemented by EGD, which is engineering, graphics, and design. And you either choose whether you do science or you do computing. Then you end up you conclude with the mathematics.
That's the thing. Like most schools don't have that. Like in my school, we didn't have that. We had the basic subjects.
Hence, I'm saying, if you are not from specialized or maybe from engineering subject in schools, then that's going to be difficult because you need to understand the basics. It's going to be difficult for you to be on N3 or N4 without understanding the rules of the EGD, the rules of mechanics. Yeah. So it's going to be, and I think you're going to get bored even more better because you would have struggled and failed and end up giving up. Yeah. So when you start from N1, at least it gives you a basics. N2, you have improved. N3, then that's where you can test whether you have gained something or you have grasped the knowledge since from N1.
Yeah.
And for engineering subject, I think it is much even more, not simpler, but it is more encouraging if you are worried about time, because it only takes three months. Every 3 months, you are going to another level.
Yeah.
So it goes with the trimester.
Yeah.
So by the end of, if you started from N1, by the end of the year, you must have completed N4 if you are passing all the trimesters.
N4, not 3.
No. First trimester, N1, second trimester, N2. Remember, we have 4 trimesters.
Yeah.
In a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. But so continue about you were born in the college, then you dropped out, then what happened next?
Yeah, then after college I stayed home for a while. That's where I started the producing thing,
Okay.
Yeah, since I didn't have anything to do, so I started making music. I started the entrepreneurship road. You start with the basics. I started selling eggs.
Oh yeah,
with a friend of mine.
Okay.
Where I work.
Yeah.
Seeing how this business developed, I saw that there's potential in selling eggs. And after seeing that there's potential in selling eggs, I saw that there was potential in producing eggs.
Okay.
So that's why we started. That's why we started thinking about having our own farm.
Oh.
Yeah, buying our.
Was
own
it a
chickens.
real farm?
Yeah, it was a real farm.
How many hectares?
Yeah.
How many hectares?
Yeah, it was about 17, I think.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this: like the whole farm did not belong to us.
Oh yeah.
We just rented the space.
So you were renting.
So the whole 17 hectares belonged to someone else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a group of people.
Okay.
Yeah, so we only rented like a few hectares.
Also, like group of people were renting, like maybe something like a corporate were renting to that particular person.
Yeah, you remember that scheme from way back? The government wanted a couple of people in order for the government to give you space.
Yes,
you had to be at least 10 in the group.
The corporate organizations.
Yeah, so it was those people.
Yeah,
so they were not using the land at the moment. So rather than letting it go to waste, we saw that fit to rent it out to people who would use it.
Oh.
Yeah, so we were the people who wanted to use it. So we started with chickens. We wanted to buy chickens to make eggs. Produce eggs. But then we saw that we would not be able to handle that financially. So
why was that?
Because we didn't have like financial muscle, like from the salary that we got.
Yeah,
that was our only income.
So what I want to understand is, why did you need the funding? What was the purpose of you having the funds in the business?
I mean, what kind of question is that? I mean,
Is the question.
Every business needs funds in order to
Yes.
operate. Okay.
The reason why I'm asking because people don't understand what is happening within that sector.
First, Prof. You have to buy chickens. Those chickens cost money. After buying chickens, you have to be able to feed those chickens every month. In fact, every week, you have to have a certain amount of money set out for them, because the chickens eat like 10 kg. A 10 kg bag is nothing to the chickens. They can just eat it within a week. They could just finish it.
So do you believe that information it is known by everyone?
It is not known by everyone.
So hence I'm asking that question because we are here to help people, to aid, to understand. We are here to bring understanding. Hence, normally they say in the classes there are no stupid questions.
Yeah.
Because those stupid questions might lead into a solution to someone else.
Yeah.
Because another thing they say, common sense is not common. So what you know as a common sense, it could be something that is triggering for someone else. So hence I'm asking some, you might think it's a stupid question, but it might help someone who has been triggered to be on that sector and who didn't have that knowledge to say the only thing that he thought or she thought about was if I have chickens, they're gonna produce and I'm gonna give them pap and they're gonna be fine. There will be no problem.
Yeah.
I don't need any funds. I don't need anything. I don't need any cash flow.
Yeah.
Hence I'm asking, what were those funds intended for within that particular business?
Okay, now I get you. You. Yeah, and you're right. So the funds were basically for that, in order to buy chickens, in order to buy food for the chickens, in order to rent the space, because remember we were renting the space.
So it was operational costs.
Everything was operational costs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we saw that we could not afford for the broilers to make eggs.
So when did you realize that?
I think it was before we even went to the farm.
Oh,
luckily,
okay.
Yeah. As we were sitting and just analyzing everything, we said that we could not afford that. So we thought, okay, it's fine. Let us buy a certain amount of chickens, then we'll sell those chickens.
Yeah.
We'll buy chickens to sell. Then as time goes on, we'll accumulate the chickens for eggs. For eggs as time went on. So unfortunately, as time went on, there was difference in what we had. When you start a business, you must have vision for that business. Yeah. So, as partners, you all have to have the same vision for the business, or at least be able to communicate the vision you have.
Oh, because I was going to ask is it possible for everyone to have the same vision unless maybe it is communicated to you?
Yeah. If you don't have the same vision, all of you, it's fine, but you have to be able to communicate it amongst yourselves.
But everyone, even like you should have, all of you should have the vision about the business. Then maybe by communicating, combine and make one combined vision or mission strategy that you can come up with.
Yeah, you can do that, but only if you communicate.
Yeah.
And if you don't communicate, then everything's going to be a mess. And unfortunately, that's what happened. Everything was just a mess. So it
was caused by communication, you say?
Yeah, from my view, I think it was communication.
So what happened? What happened exactly?
Well,
and this not exactly what happened, but this according to you, how you saw things, according to your observation.
Yeah. From my point of view, we just didn't have the same vision.
Oh, yeah.
We just didn't understand the situation the same.
Okay.
Because the prof, there was 3 of us.
Yeah.
And from 3 of us, we had to have someone at the farm to take care of the farm.
Okay.
The agreement was that one of us is going to be there to take care of the farm.
Yeah.
2 of us are going to remain at work.
Yes.
To work so we can have funds at least for the place.
So the one that you said should be taking care of the farm was not working at that particular time?
No, when we met, all three of us
Or
were
the three of
working.
you were working,
We're working, yeah.
but you were checking based on your schedules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So since we couldn't find someone to go there and look after the farm,
Yeah.
we decided one of us should go there
Okay.
and look after the farm. So unfortunately, like I said, there was miscommunication between all three of us.
Okay.
There were problems that I think they could have been avoidable, but there were problems. So unfortunately, it led to us breaking up as a group.
So what? Sorry about that. So what kind of a problems were they? Because the reason why I'm asking these questions, I just want people to learn about, because sometimes we over glamorize the being entrepreneurs or being startup businesses, and we don't talk about these struggles, and we end up misleading the upcoming generation or people who are eager to continue the business, even though the business has good fortunes at the end of the tunnel. But at the end of the day, people have to be prepared mentally that it's not going to be easy. So what are the problems that you think you encountered, and which made or led you being your communication being distorted?
Well, I cannot say exactly what the problems was.
Yeah, you cannot pinpoint.
No, I know what the problem was. I just cannot speak about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I can say that it was communication and misunderstandings.
Okay.
You know, I think all of us did not understand exactly the sacrifices that we have to make.
Yeah.
We did not understand the value of communication.
Yeah.
We did not understand the value of financial literacy.
Oh, yeah.
We did not understand the value of the business, like what we need to learn as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because trust me, we had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we did not learn from them, and we did not communicate well. So that led us to breaking up as a group. Yeah, and then unfortunately, there was this other guy that I was with. So we thought that we could do it together.
Yeah.
But we couldn't, unfortunately. Like I said, money is a huge problem.
Yeah.
In starting a business. If you cannot plan sufficiently, like for the financial burden you're going to get from the business, then unfortunately nothing is going to happen.
Yeah, I think that is one of the misconceptions that we have as people, that hence they say we need to check business as an individual, as a person.
Yeah.
Because we need a bloodline, a life stream where the heart of the business or the heart of the person can pump that blood, so that we can have blood circulation in order for this body to be able to function well and to gain strength. So even the business, the pump line or the lifeline of the business, of the juristic person, which is the business, is the cash flow. And cash flow is caused by money.
Yeah.
And without money, without cash flow, then you will see a blurry path moving forward, because you'll become dizzy, because your blood life or your blood flow is not functioning well. So cash flow, for me, it is important when you're doing business, and it's not as simple as we are talking about right now. It is very difficult once you are in. But once you master it, it becomes so easy, and it makes you to enjoy the business. And I think how you get money, it's intertwined with how you sell, because without selling, then that means you can't get money. And you can't always get funding from investors or from shareholders all the time. They need to see results as well.
You see, that's the thing about me personally. I don't think when you want to start a business, I don't think you should set your mind into investors or in funding. You should always start with yourself. You should always think, how can I fund this? How can I fund this? How can I make this work first before you can even think about getting investors? You can only think about getting investors when you see, oh, you know what, this is profitable. I have funded this much, and from this, I'm getting this. I think someone would want to invest in my business so they can get value out of it, but they can get profit out of it.
So someone would argue differently on this one because others would say, especially from those who are in the real estate, they would say you don't need to have money in order for you to purchase a certain a rental house or the selling house along the keys. You just need, even if you don't have money, you just have to know the basics, know about the market, and know people, and know who you are going to sell to. Then go to people who have money.
But that's different.
But it's still the business. Okay, let's leave the real estate market.
Okay.
Let's go to another market.
Okay.
Some of the people, their stories is to say they had this vision about the business.
Okay.
The person doesn't have money. He goes to the suppliers and say, I don't have the money, but I can assure you that if you give me this much stock, I can be able to sell it and be able to refund you, give you all your money and remain with the profit. You know, that is not your money. That is someone else's money. But at least you need to give a very assuring strategy that you are going to sell and going to give those people their money back. Because remember, at that particular time, you don't have collaterals. You don't have you don't have something tangible that would say, like banks, to say on a laying so that you can repossess if you can't pay it back. So you are taking a risk. Then other people would start with the crowdfunding, where you organize people who have money and make something like a smaller stock fail, and that means those people will become shareholders on that particular business. You don't have money, you didn't contribute anything. All you did was to organize the investors who are going to invest in your business. And what you do, you just implement on your strategy and ensure that the business is selling.
Yeah, but that would require a skill that most of us don't have. We all don't have the presentation skill. We all don't have the skill to draft a business plan, to draft the financials, to draft all that is needed for you in order to get the investment.
So do you think when you are on the starting phase, the business plan is important?
No, I don't think it's important. What's important is that you must start. That's what's important.
Exactly. So I think if you start,
but the thing is, no one is going to invest in your business without knowing what is your plan.
Based on our market.
Yes, you have to have your business plan, your market plan, financials, everything. You have to sort that out first before you go to someone to say, okay, please invest in my business. This is what I have.
I'm asking again, do you think business plan is important when you're in a starting phase?
No, I say this again, no.
So I think people who understand the business, people who understand the entrepreneurship journey wouldn't have the problem, for as long as you have something that you mentioned first. You don't know how you are going to get where you are going, but you actually know, as popularly known as the vision. You popularly know where are you going to.
Yeah.
So if you have that assurity, I need to move from this point to this point, then that is enough to assure the people who have embarked on the journey. The only thing that you are going to be vague on is the approach. How are you going to approach the market? How are you going to do things?
Remember, the prof, like our South African entrepreneurship market, it's not the same as like those abroad, like in America, for instance. We do not have angel investors. Only angel investors would understand the road. Like, you don't need business plan and everything. Only they can understand that. Only they can invest in the idea.
But I think we do have angel investors. We have
very few.
We have we have Allen Reitz.
But
we have.
I would think that they would need the business plan. I would think that.
No, even let me speak for Vos and Allen Reitz.
Okay.
They don't know what. you know, the thought that we are having, they are both having that thought that it is useless to have a business, especially if you start, because you're gonna chop and change.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You're gonna chop and change because you are trying the market, you are trying the new market, you are trying new things.
Exactly.
Sometimes you restructure it all the time.
Yeah.
Every week, every month, you change. So even Vos says the fundamental thing about the business, the one constant thing about the business, that you always have to change if you want to still be on the game, even after 20 years.
Yeah.
Change is inevitable in the place of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if you can watch, I forgot, what was Drankensberg, man? It was playing around 2010, 11. Even Vos and as well as Alan Reitz were part of that particular program. It was angel investors organizing themselves, inviting entrepreneurships to pitch and advising them. You know, they didn't take the person who had the best pitch, but they were investing on the person who had the potential growth based on his identified market and based on his product or his or her product or services that are going to grow exponentially. It's like they were checking the basis of the businesses. If you take a business like maybe apparel brand, like clothing brand, compared with the salon, the apparel brand has the potential to exponentiate, like to grow even beyond the borders of South Africa. The salon, it has a slim chances because it is based on personification. Like there are people who prefer if Melo is the one who's doing them a haircut or maybe a hair relaxation. If it's someone else, they tend to be resistant, you know, and it becomes problem because the business at that particular time, it is dependent on you. You are not dependent on the business.
So it's based on the personal brand of whoever.
No, what I'm saying is that it's based on what is the type of the business are you in. There are businesses which are not exponential. Like they will grow once they reach their apex, they will plateau. Like they will go on the straight line. You know, they can't grow beyond that. Then there are those businesses which they just exponentiate. You know, they just grow, like they grow, like there's no limitations on those businesses. You know, like businesses like self-employed people such as doctors, lawyers, etc., maybe graphic designers, their businesses are limited. They cannot grow beyond their apex stage, you know, because that's how they are. Hence, they categorize them mostly to be under personal liability company instead of a PTY Ltd, because there are not many people who are going to invest because people trust on that particular doctor. They trust on Mamelo, not on the brand. You know, it can still be exponential, but it needs, I think, something drastic, a very, very solid plan, a very, very innovative strategy in order for you to exponentiate such businesses.
But I think what you're saying leads us to a different topic, né? That is branding, like business and branding. Like if what you're saying, then if someone, maybe let's say, started a practice, a doctor's practice, if their branding was not based on themselves, on the personal themselves, then I would think that it would have more potential to grow, irrespective of them. Just look at most private hospitals. They are not based on one person, but rather the product itself, the name of that company itself.
You see, it's a hospital. Then it's a different sector. That means when you are a doctor, you are a specialized doctor. Hence, when you check on their own,
isn't it possible to have
check? I want to make you realize something. Hence, when you start a practice, remember by then you don't have enough money to pay other doctors.
Okay.
You don't have enough to pay other doctors.
Yes.
You can only afford yourself and your staff,
Okay.
which are not on the same level as you. So
Okay.
that means you are the highest paid person in that particular business.
Okay.
And in that regard, people are skeptical. You don't just go to say, when I lead the doctor, let me go. No. You want to know who's the name of the doctor, who's the doctor who will be operating you, at what level or specialize in. So that you can gain confidence and say, okay, I can go to this particular person.
Okay.
You know, unless you put it as maybe as a private clinic, but you know that you will be still operating as a doctor within that particular clinic. That could be something else. But if you want to be a specialized, like you are not a GP or a general practitioner, you are a specialized, like you specialize with the dentals or you specialize with eyes or ears, then people have to know who they are dealing with so that they can gain confidence on you, because you can't just risk about your health. So if you go to the practices or law firms of Bereru or Herinel or maybe Advocate Zola Majav, people are expecting that Zola Majav or Herinel or Bereru or something would be the one who's representing them.
Yeah.
If you bring a junior or someone who they don't know as an advocate, they will start questioning. Or we were expecting you to be you who is able to represent in our case. So that one is based on the people's. You need to be the face, unfortunately, of the business, unless your strategy should be like maybe Clientele Life and other companies that are big, and that means you need to have vast of partners. You need to have vast of partnerships.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, the Prof. Right? It all depends on the branding you have, or the vision you have, or the type of business you want. If you want to be a private practice, and then you want the business to be all about you, then you'll name your business after you. Then you will represent most of your clients and all that stuff. But then if you want it to be about can I say this? About a company representing people, not just about you, then you'll name it after like Clientele, perhaps. Then have many lawyers under it.
So if it's an issue of if it's an issue of branding, as you say, what about Louis Vuitton? What about Gucci? What about Mercedes? What about Honda?
That's a different market. That's a different type of business.
But no, let's forget about market. You saying it's a problem of branding and putting your name for the business.
Remember, Louis Vuitton, those are clothing brands, so they're able to hire a factory somewhere and make clothing and put their brand on it and sell them to many people. It's different from practices like
but those ones
leadership and doctorates.
Like the ones that I'm mentioning, they are boutiques. That means boutiques. You are tailor making. You can't take order to a certain factory. No, you can't do that. You need to measure all the sizes, do it.
But it's not Louis Vuitton who's doing all the tailoring.
Yes, he hired the person hired other people, the interns and stuff like that. Yeah. What I'm saying is the issue of it going to factories. It's a non-issue. The thing I want us to focus on, because I want us to tackle on issues that you've brought it up, which is the branding and the naming.
Okay.
Personalizing all the entire how. Reforming that particular juristic person, that business.
Okay.
I want us to focus on that, because that's your argument on that. You're saying the branding, it becomes a problem when people personalize the businesses.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you some of the examples.
Official, I understand.
And I didn't choose the market.
Yeah.
I didn't choose the market.
Yeah. Official, I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
All I am saying is, irregardless of which type of market you are in, if you want the business to revolve around you, then that business, the growth is limited. That's what I'm saying.
But I've given the example.
If the business, you want the business to revolve around the product, then the business will have more possibility of growing. Like, if you are a lawyer, then what is the product in being a lawyer? What do you sell?
The services.
Exactly. So if you want your law firm to revolve around the services you have, then it will have more potential to grow. Unlike when you want it to revolve around the lawyer, then people will come to Mkeretla and want Mkeretla to represent them. Unlike when you sell the service of defending people, then people will come to your company to request to be defended in the court, not by Mkeretla, but by lawyers who are professionals.
I think your argument is it's not particularly the branding. I think your argument would be the systems, because as you speak, I'm thinking of many brands. You know, Ernst & Young. I'm thinking about Steinhoff. I'm thinking about KPMG. Like there are so many that are named after people, but people don't even know those people that they've been mentioned. You talk about Stellenbosch. There are so many. So I think the issue is not the branding that you are bringing up, is the systems, internal systems, how you operate and how the brand messaging, how you message to the people in terms of when you do your advertising, you know, because one other thing that we will need to touch on when time goes by is the issue of marketing. You know, sometimes we think marketing is a specific thing. We confuse marketing with advertising. Marketing is a process that has so many things within it, including your advertising, the internal processing, the color palettes, branding, etc. That is process of marketing. Even when you sell to the person, when your sales team sells to the person, and when the person pays, whatever systems or the method that you do to convert those leads is part of the marketing. You know, so it's a holistic process, but it's not a specific thing that you can just point it out and say this is the marketing. You know, marketing it's a process. It is very important to have marketing within your business, but be able to differentiate it.
I get you.
Yeah.
And how do we differentiate between marketing and advertising?
We can't differentiate between the two because advertising is within marketing. So marketing is an umbrella of the entire business. So your processes, your systems of people that is a process internal that involves marketing. What are the colors that you are going to use? That means that is part of branding. It's a subcategory under the umbrella of marketing. So you're gonna have all the departments: your finance, your communications, your research, your branding, your sales, etc. All those departments go fail. All when they combine all of them go fail. They become marketing. And when you combine all those processes, it is business. You know, so the systems, hence I'm saying the systems that you use, that you introduce internally and externally, that those things form marketing. So hence I'm saying it's a process of holistic things that are inside the marketing.
Then which one do you think is more important to the business, especially from the entrepreneur's perspective?
Yeah.
Which is more important, marketing or advertisement?
Marketing is important.
Why do you say that?
Advertising, you are looking only on one thing, and you can't run the business looking on one department. You can't run your business looking on one department. But marketing, that means you ensure that every department works. Your HR, your sales, your advertising, which includes the posting the posters, typography, videos and stuff like that. They all fall under advertising. Posting on on the billboards and stuff like that. That is advertising. That is not marketing. That is the part of marketing. That is the process of marketing. But that is not specifically marketing. That is the process of marketing. It's a subcategory of marketing, which is divided on different categories.
But then, the prof, we as South Africans, when we do business to get money.
Yes.
The profits. Yeah. So what's important to the profit? Shouldn't we advertise our products more so that we can get customers to buy our products?
Don't you think that is why our market is not growing, particularly the ones that are emerging from the townships and rurals?
Why do you say? Please explain.
No, I'm asking, don't you think that is the problem?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
You're asking me, what is important? Is it not advertising so that we can be able to get sales? I'm asking, don't you think that is the problem that you are facing as township or rural businesses, or businesses that are emerging from the township? And
how does the market grow, the prof? How does the market grow?
How does the market grow, according to you?
Okay. The market grows if you have customers willing to buy from that particular market. So how do you get customers to buy stuff from you if you don't advertise a product?
So it is based only on advertising.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's based on advertising. I am saying which is more important for an entrepreneur. Like, let's take our country because you know that our country, we start business so that we can earn a living from it.
So you are saying, in fact, we are not entrepreneurs. We are surviving. We are business owners.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as business owners, like you say, then where should we focus on?
It depends. Do you want to grow from being an informal, going into being self-employed?
The thing is,
listen, I'm saying it depends.
Okay.
Do you want to stay on the informal sector, or grow to being self-employed, or grow into becoming a business owner, or become an entrepreneur? That's your choice. So, ShopRite Group, it's where it is. It is most successful and number one brand in Africa in terms of the retail stores. Because of marketing and not of advertising. Because they have mastered the internal processing. And once you master the internal processing, you are able to come up with the strategy of identifying who's our market, who are they, what are they driving, what are they wearing, what are they thinking, so that you can be able to identify. But one of the problems that I'm saying, and there are two different things again, and which are co-intertwined in the business, especially in the side of marketing, and not in the side of marketing, in the side of communications. There is an advertising, there is branding. Those are two different things. Branding is all about creating personality of that particular person, which is the juristic person, which is the business. So you need, before you can even go to advertising, you need to understand who is this person, what character are we giving this person that we are molding. Are we molding Lepansola? Are we molding a business person? Are we molding a casual person? Are we molding a party animal? What is the type of this person are we creating? What is the monster that we are creating? It needs first to start there. Then after you have thought about that monster you want to create. So how can we trace him? Or how can we trace her? That means the color palettes, the colors that you are going to use for the business. You know, there are some offices, even if when you don't see the logo, but because of the color palettes that they are using for their business, you already know, you already identify instantly, you know. And because of the setup of their office or of their space, they can tell you whether it's a pantula or a lepoja or a business person or whatever that you must have created, you know. Then that's where once you have, and those are just the basics. There are so many things that you need to consider when you are creating that particular character or person. Then once you have created that person, then you understand how that person is able to communicate. What is the lingo that particular person is using? Is it Spitori? Is it Sohwase Seswangadinko? Is it is it Valtal Ematala whatever?
Yeah.
So that he or she can be able to communicate with his or her peers, so that they can be able to understand. So just because we have posted, that doesn't mean people are going to buy. In most cases, our businesses, people buy because they pity us, not because we give them value. And that's where it becomes problem. So once we can be able to crack that code and be able to realize those things, then that's where we can be able to succeed and become entrepreneurs and move from being self-employed and being businesses, being business owners and becoming and leveling up and becoming entrepreneurs. Because that's where our problem is relying. We are relying on petty. Man, please tell me, maybe it's only my mind. Have you seen this post? Like, there's a mix up of colors. Like, you know, on that particular post, there's too much information. There's too much colors: pink, red, black, yellow.
Even the flyers people like to make
Exactly.
posting on.
You know,
Yeah. I know those.
And sometimes it makes you to mistrust that brand.
Yeah.
Because you are not sure. No. You know, so we need to give confidence because we feel like they are not speaking to us. They are not talking to us. We are not their mates. We are not their person. Hence, again, just to make an example of communication and of personality. Here's VW garage.
Yeah.
Here's Lamborghini garage.
Yeah.
Which garage are you going to choose?
Depends on the type of personality I am. The type of person I am.
Which
the type
garage?
of person I am now, obviously I'm going to choose VW.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because that is not your mate.
Yes.
Lamborghini is not your mate. Financially, in terms of thinking, in terms of position or status that you hold in the public, in the community, in terms of how you dress, etc. That is not your mate. So you have to choose your mate. No. So people should understand when they are doing the business. You should be able to analyze and be analytical about branding, and branding breeds advertising. Because if you don't fix your branding, you wouldn't know how to advertise. Well, you know what you are going to do? You're gonna copy all the brands that you admire when they post on there. Then you're gonna copy those messages, then you're gonna bring them to that, and they won't communicate to the targeted or intended audience that you're looking for.
Yeah. They're going to misrepresent your company.
Exactly. So you're gonna cry, you're not communicating with us. You took a wrong message to communicate with me, to convince me, to communicate to me the value that you want to bring to my life.
From all of that you're saying, can I ask you this question?
Yes.
Which road do you think people should take then? Should they be business owners or entrepreneurs? Which is better?
follow the process. Start from being informal, go to being self-employed, go to being business owner, then end up being entrepreneur. Because being entrepreneur, that means now we are trying to create wealth, not only for us, but also for the people who will be within your company or your brand.
Then which comes first? Is it entrepreneurship or business ownership? Which comes first?
Business ownership.
Why do
You
say
can't
that?
just start by becoming an entrepreneur. You know, number one, you spoke about funds.
Yeah.
You don't even qualify to pay one person a salary.
Yeah.
So how would you become an entrepreneur if you can't fund even one person? So if you can pay 3 to 4, 5 people, then at least now you are getting somewhere. Now you are a business owner. You know, you can be able to pay bills. You can be able to pay salaries, not salaries itself, but wages. At least you can be able to do some other stuff. So you can be able to hire some HR and stuff like. Not hire some HR. You can't afford by then. The business at that particular time, it all depends on you. You need to show up on the offices all the time. You know, you are the one who will be hiring people. You are the one who will be joining other people on marketing. You are the one who will be joining other people on sales strategies.
So that's the entrepreneur who does all that.
No, that is the business owner at that particular time. That is the business. He just graduated from being self-employed. Being self-employed, that means you are alone. There's no one who's helping you.
Okay, so you have to do everything.
You do everything on your own.
Yeah.
Then you graduate. You can be able to. Something. Mama, if you don't have a secretary or administrator, now you can be able to share the wages based on the profit that you are using, and now you are a business owner.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can be the business is going to survive if you are out of business for over 6 months.
Okay.
Your business won't survive. So if your business can be able to survive without you for more than 6 months, then that's where I call you an entrepreneur. Because your business is self-sufficient with or without you. It doesn't need you anyway. You are not needed.
So from what I'm getting, there are different characteristics that you give to an entrepreneur and a business owner. What is the most prudent characteristics from the entrepreneur?
That one I've just mentioned. Being able to be outside of your business or outside of your brand for more than 6 months. That is number one.
Okay.
Number two, being able to know how to play the game. Like when you are starting about the business, like you want to take everything.
Yeah.
You don't choose.
Yeah.
Now, if you are selling potatoes and someone says, you are still someone needs transport. You are still on the transport. You don't know yourself. You're still figuring yourself out. You know. So when you are an entrepreneur, you know how to choose your battles. You can strategize for 12 months. But after finishing up your strategy and going out to search for that particular client, you go straight and pierce, and you don't just go to rob that person of his money or their money. You go there to bring value on that particular person's need.
Okay.
You know. So the other thing is to understand what your brand is all about. Sometimes when we need what's your brand all about, we want to think about the big way English ways. We want to combine those. We don't even understand them. But once you understand your business, this is what we need. In simple terms, we want people to gain confidence from our apparel or from our clothing. When they are wearing that clothing, they should feel part of the elite or part of the community or part of that particular community. And that's all about it. Let's take Patek Philippe.
What?
Philippe Patek. Those watches of Philippe Patek.
Yeah. Okay.
They're just ordinary. They're just, but it's all about legacy. So it is not most of the watches or of the people or of the businesses who are thinking about legacy that way.
Yeah.
So you pass it from generation to generation. So you might not see the necessity of it, but there are people, especially those who are wealthy. Hence, they targeting a wealthy segment.
Yeah.
Who feel like legacy is more important than anything to them.
Yeah.
You know, so that their grandchildren and their great-grandchildren and their whatever, they can be able to remember that there was this grandfather of ours, there was this father of ours who created a legacy of this family throughout the generations. When you check it, the starting range or the basic price of Patek Philippe, it's 1.2 million. Just the watch. It's more than Rolex.
Wow. Okay.
You know. Just go search about it on Google. Just Google, guys, Patek Philippe or Philippe Patek, and check it. Maybe you'll say, I prof is exaggerating. Just check it, guys. So, would you see the marketing or the advertising everywhere of Philippe Patek? No, you can't. They have their specific areas in which they use their marketing.
Yeah, their target market.
Their target markets. You can find them on the Robo Tesla.
Yeah.
And others that are providing for wealthy people.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, and you'll find them mostly on the direct marketing.
Yeah.
So they speak to a person directly rather than filtering everyone, like choosing everyone and filter them by category to category up until you get out of the filter. No.
Yeah.
They are specific, they are intentional, and they pierce. Hence I'm saying they can strategize for over 12 years.
Yeah.
But when they hit straight to the target. You know, they don't just wishy-washy and find about. No.
Yeah.
They go straight to their target market.
But then, hey, Prof, I want us to stay in our level.
Yeah.
Okay. What advice would you give to me? It must have, like I told you my story.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, what advice would you give to me?
Like you told me your story about your education, your
like business wise. Forget the education part. Forget it. That's my problem. Like the whole experience here, business. Like before I even went there, what would you advise me to do?
When you start, guys, the unfortunate thing about the business is that there's no formula. You know.
Yeah.
We don't have templates, especially in the, like you said, in the South African sector. We are the first and second generation of being of entrepreneurs or business owners.
Yeah.
You know, not most of us or grew up within the household monopoly business or something. Or exact. So we are the first or the second generation of being entrepreneurs or business owners. So the first thing when you start the business, just know where you want to go to and just get in. There's no formula, guys. The only guidance and advice that you are going to get is through your failures. And the unfortunate, guys, you pay for everything. You pay for everything. Even your failures, you pay for them.
Yo, you can say that again.
Because they are not just failures.
Yeah.
They are worth education.
Yeah.
You know, they give you a wisdom and knowledge. Tangible knowledge that is needed as an entrepreneur or as a business owner or as a self-employed person. You know, guys, failures give you worthy lessons. Hence, you just need to know, this is the business that I want to do and I'm going to get into it. You're going to fail. For others, you'll need to refresh and abandon the sector or abandon that business and start new business. For others, you just have to recontinue, start where you left from and suddenly, boom, it will blossom.
Yeah.
So it depends on the situation, and also it depends on the sector that you have chosen. So other sectors would need you to just leave them alone and just say, forget about them. Start on the new platform, on the new sector, on the new platform. Then for others, you'll just have to not give up and continue from where you are, depending on how dragging it is from your side.
Yeah, I remember you showed me a video last time. I don't remember, last week, I think.
Yeah.
Of this guy who started a business.
Yeah.
And, only to find out that the market that he was targeting was the wrong
Oh,
market. You remember?
yeah.
So do you think the entrepreneur has to be that malleable in terms of their target market?
As I said, Vositembo said, you have to constantly change.
Yeah.
In order for you to be innovative and in order for you to understand the market. Because what we do is, and this is an unfortunate thing, and hence why people trash or maybe say our education is useless.
Yeah.
It is because most of the content that we are using is the content of entrepreneurs who emerged around the 90s and 80s. And sometimes they are still using their method and they are irrelevant at this particular time.
Yeah.
One example that I can show you about not being flexible or ready for innovative change. Let's take music. Let's take what is this? No, the other on the other sector. Yeah, the ones who were producing papers and books, Slightly now, things are changing to digital.
Yeah.
We are no longer using paper. If you don't catch up, then you are left behind.
Yeah.
Music, for me, could have been leading even before Spotify could even emerge.
Yeah.
Because they had so much sales every year.
Yeah.
They knew that the digital world is coming, but they didn't invest on the futuristic innovation.
Yeah.
So as I'm saying, in the business, you have to be innovative and understand the market.
Move with the times.
Here's the difficult thing, and this is also for me. It is weakness for most of us as business startups and as self-employed and as business owners. Once we have a vision and once we have a business, we don't want to lose that. It has to succeed one way or another.
It's like a child.
We don't want to lose it. But at some point, we have to understand when it's time to lose it. When it is draining and it's draining you, it is taking too much out of your pocket, more than what it can bring. That one I would advise, just leave it and check another market. Like the way, and sometimes you don't even have to go to totally change the market total. You just have to narrow your specialty or your expertise. Like the guy you are talking about. They were selling chicken meat.
Yeah, they were selling chicken meat.
Then they saw people were preferring
bulk sales.
And also what is it? They were preferring.
They were selling like the insides, the innards and stuff. People preferred that the whole meat and then the red meat as well.
Yes.
So they had to change their
They
market.
have to change the prime meat as well. So and also it's December season. So they saw we are wasting our money. We keep on buying the stock. Sometimes it's low shading. We get waste. Things are getting rotten and we are losing. So they didn't change much. They are still in the, what can I call that sector?
I don't know what you call that sector. I don't know. They sold meat.
The meat sector. We can call it that. They are still in the meat sector. They didn't change the sector, but they narrowed their specialization. So I think that is important, but the answer is simple, but it's very pivotal on the question that we have asked. Okay, if you are a starter, you want to become an entrepreneur or you want to become a business owner, what can you do? What is the first step? The first step, there's no other first step, guys. The first step is to think what you want to do, how much do you believe in it, and just start.
Yeah.
And just start. When you start, you don't intend to fail. We all want to succeed.
Yeah.
But along the way, you're going to encounter failures.
Yeah.
Those are genuine failures. That means you're going to learn from those failures.
So people should never give up. Because there's failing and there's giving up.
People should never give up. Because for me, if you give up on your dream, by then, if you start a business, your dream is financial freedom. And your dream is creating wealth. So if you give up on that vision, that means you are giving up on yourself. And you're going to lose your purpose in life. You know, the draining thing about life is that we have now been narrowed into focusing on careers rather than on our purpose for life.
Okay.
You know, and we no longer live to fulfill our purpose. We now live to fulfill the career. And the career is nothing other than survival.
Yeah.
You know, we don't live life. We survive every day. No matter how much you are driving VW. You know, one thing, I have nothing against VW. It's just an example. But people are driving like ordinary cars and we are living ordinary life.
Yeah.
Most of the people are better than me. You know, they are better than me. But the catch about that is one thing. When you are when you are a middle class, there's one catch about it. Once your career is over, you are over. You are back to my standard. There's no returning back. And it's not about whether you are jealous or and here's the thing again. Wealth for me is not money. I'm saying if you can survive more than 2 years without any salary, then for me that you are wealthy and that is wealth.
I would say that you have money, not that you are wealthy. Because wealth, it has a different meaning, man. It's basically any money without having to do much. So that means there's money coming in without you having to spend money or have to do much at all. So that's wealth.
Exactly my point. If you can survive 2 years, over 2 years.
But the thing is, 2 years, that means everything is gone.
No.
There's no more coming in.
No. Understand me. If you can survive for over 2 years without earnings, without earning salary, then for me you are wealthy. It's not about money. It's all about, hence I'm saying, I categorize it like a marketing. It's a process, it's a series of things. You know, you can have agricultural plants, you can have real estate, those things are not salary. They are not salary. So you can retire at any given time without doing anything, but you can still survive and generate money. You know, you are not earning salary. You are not being given salary.
Okay.
You know, yes, you are not given salary. So you can literally retire. There's nothing that say, when you didn't come to work, you didn't pitch up, therefore you are not any, no pay, no work. No. You will still be surviving, you will still be earning something. You know, and even whilst you are gone, you will still be making money even when you are gone. You know, you will still be making money. The problem, and here's the thing, we blame the upcoming generation. We blew up 1 million. No. Number one, you didn't teach that particular person. Number two, you didn't create wealth. You know, you didn't create wealth. Your salary or your earnings or your household earnings was dependent on you. So when you die, everything dies. There's nothing. you can't blame your kids, man. You can't blame the upcoming generation. You know, hence when you do something, even when you do business, don't make it to evolve around you. Try by all means. Linda, this is what I'm trying. It's not simple, Jamie, but try as much as possible to ensure that you build systems that are going to detach you from the business. You know, Raymond Ackerman started Pick and Pay as a face of the Pick and Pay, but he had some strategies with the help of others to be able to detach himself from the business. Even today, Pick and Pay is still growing. Pick and Pay is still. He's nowhere to be. He's gone. He's 6 feet under the ground, man. He's gone. But his legacy still continues. You know. And here's the thing I would like us as black people, as black parents, as black generation. Let's start thinking about wealth, man. Yes, your career is fancy. Yes, you are doing much. You can be able to survive more than us. You can afford things that you don't afford. But think for your next generation. Think about your career. If you are gone, will they be able to survive? And that is the golden question that you need to ask yourself every day. And if you are not satisfied, and if you think that everything is dependent on your career, then start making some moves. Use your earnings to make you money. Let money work for you and avoid working for money.
I feel like you have a lot to say, the prof.
Yeah, and man, it's too much. I think we'll touch on this some other time.
Yeah, I feel like you could talk all day and night about this.
Yeah. So, and there's something, especially things that we are talking about marketing and stuff like that. The unfortunate thing is that it's not one size fits all. So hence, sometimes I won't give you a specific answer because I need to understand your business. I need to understand your model. I need to understand where you want to reach. I need to understand your target market and stuff like that. So the answers that we are going to give mostly they are going to be general, which are going to guide you. But I would advise people to go and search for their specific market, for their specific sectors, and for their specific needs. You know, or otherwise you can search other brands which can help you. And also the GAD is gonna be back. I saw them next year. They're gonna be back. That is Agreeable Digitals. They are helping on the business strategies, and they develop the brands, and also they help people with the branding and those who are seeking for the website and stuff like that. So follow us on Facebook and on all social media platforms so that you can get if you want more information about them, or maybe you can link us directly on our personal accounts. Check me, Prof Mohapi Abel Mokeretla on Facebook, and you can check Mamelo Motawung on Facebook as well. But yeah, you wanted to say something?
No, like I was saying, you have a lot of things to talk about. So basically, what you are saying is that people should do their research. Research is important.
Yeah, research is important, but we shouldn't dwell much on research, because sometimes we dwell much. You know, when you research too much, and ideas I saw about from myself, when you research too much overboard, you end up picking up things that you never thought about. You start picking up so many hurdles that you need to overcome. And that will drain your spirit and you will give up. You know, so focus on one thing, just try to do it, then focus on the next step. If you don't know how to maybe to align those things, hence I'm saying just check for people who are offering such services so that they can be able to help you and they will guide you. And here's the thing, the biggest problem that we are having as an entrepreneur. There's answering also that question that you have asked previously. Guys, when we are in business, we want people to spend. We don't want to spend for our own benefit. And this is true, man.
Yeah,
People don't want to spend, don't want to buy assets for their businesses. People don't want those things. These are things to be easier for your business. And the most important thing, alone, it's useless to, especially from the entrepreneurs or business people from the township, is to spend for knowledge and self-development.
That is a big resource. That's a resource that people need, knowledge.
You know,
Yeah.
that's where we don't, guys, business is not a product.
Yeah.
Business is not a product. Business is not a product. I won't finish, but let me make this last scenario. No?
Okay.
I once asked a person, what is the business of the club or lodge or tavern?
Yeah.
What are they selling?
They're selling lifestyle, man. It's basically a service.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So most of the people that I was asking, they were saying beer, and they are not selling, but that is not their product. Those are the products of SABC, SAB.
Yeah.
They are selling lifestyle, they are selling product, they are selling experience.
Yeah.
That is all they like. You can literally find Black Label on Melo's lounge, and you can find it from Happy's Tavern.
Yeah.
Same product, same brew. They were brewed same. They're from the same batch.
They're all from SAB.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only difference is the lifestyle. That's what they are selling.
Yeah.
And hence, other people, they don't understand that. And if you don't understand that, hence, when you, like, you are selling the beer or liquor, and you end up being at the bottom, no longer operating.
Yeah.
People would ask, hey, Muna, why am I beer? It's because you didn't understand. You thought you were selling a beer. You thought you were selling a Black Label. Until you are selling experience. You know, typical example. There are people where more on Walwa and stuff like that. There are people who certain characteristics who are not going to go to that particular tavern.
Yeah.
But people who are going to the clubs, and there are both influencers, there are body DJs, there are people will go there. Then the art clubs, Melo, the business suits, more people are making deals on that area. So hence I was saying, personalize your business, create a business, and know the character of the business, and know who are the people that character will be able to talk, will be able to engage with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite a lot, the prof.
That's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot to take in.
That's
All in
quite
one
a lot.
episode.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. So, what are your last remarks before we can close about the entire thing, about the business, and how you see things, what we are doing as emerging entrepreneurs, as business owners, as self-employed? What are the pitfalls or common pitfalls that we are faced with, or the challenges that you are likely will face this, and what are the good things that you are doing that are doing correctly?
The prof. Now, all I would say is that a person should know what they want. First things first, they should know what their target is, and work to achieve that target. All the good stuff, the bad stuff will come along the way. I will face the same problems that you face.
Yeah.
Whether I want it or not. All that I can do is learn from my mistakes, learn from your mistakes, and work towards what I want.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, for me, game changers, I think, Melo have said mouthful, and even if it's a short sentence or paragraph, but it's very pivotal. But adding to that, I would say also, the journey of entrepreneurship, the journey of being a business person, the journey of being self-employed is lonely, guys.
Yeah.
So if we focus too much on challenges and problems that we are facing, and we don't sometimes take a bow to pat ourselves on the achievements and the milestones that we have gained over the years through business, it is going to be difficult for us. So sometimes we should celebrate ourselves. Sometimes we should congratulate ourselves. Sometimes we should encourage ourselves and say, "You have done it, man."
Not to interrupt you.
Yeah.
If you keep quiet, all the problems that you face are just going to overcome you, and you end up failing. Not because you didn't have a plan to overcome them, just because the burden was just too much for you.
You know what? I think we should stop interrupting each other because it brings other things. So the episode won't end. So I think we should leave it here because there's something that, as you are speaking, there's something that is coming up. And I want to edit. Yeah, but on what you have said, I think also, especially talking about seeking help, you know, we need to find each other as entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't qualified to become an entrepreneur, but I call myself an entrepreneur because that is something that I'm aspiring to, and I'm living in it right now. So for now, I'm business owner and self-employed.
Fake it till you make it.
Exactly, fake it until you make it.
Yeah.
So as aspiring entrepreneurs and as entrepreneurs, this is a long journey, and we know. So we need to find each other. No matter what sector we are coming from, we can come from different sector, but man, let's just have that one drink, man, and let's chat about life and everything that is outside the business. Yes, the business conversation will pop in here and there, but it will come naturally, not because we want to unleash our problems, but because we are in a good space, we are at the laughing table. So, and different ideas will come from those things, and partnership moving forward might come on that. Because if we strategize on the formal state, we are limiting our mindset and our thinking capacity, you know, and the way we ask ourselves, it's limited. Hey guys, here's the problem. So one thing, the first thing everyone would you know,
that blocks your mind.
Exactly. But if we are free, we are joking, we are talking about, and say, man, there was this problem. What were you doing then? I'm talking about So it's a conversation now. We are suggesting what and who's supposed to be doing what. But other than that, guys, let's always pat ourselves where we did good and say, even when you have resolved a problem which is not financially gainable, but is a problem that is solving a problem for other people's problems, we should pat ourselves and say, at least we have contributed to this journey, we have contributed to this sector, and we will grow by so doing. But also remember, guys, let's spend first on our self-development, spend on the business, and we'll reap the rewards. Last words?
No, I've said my last words. Will never end.
I'm your host, Mohabim Gereta, known as the Prof. I'm the cycle breaker, and I'm struggling to become a remarkable personage. I thank you all. Bye bye.
Благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови моих братьев, благослови моих братьев, благослови моих братьев, благослови наши руки. Мы в поисках больших денег, мы в деле круглые сутки. Благослови моих братьев, благослови моих братьев.
The Game Changers Podcast.